Many economists are predicting that taxes will continue to rise over the next couple of years. So what impact will that have on your retirement savings? Well, joining us to discuss that is Taylor and Laurel Steward, the husband-wife team at Mattson Financial Services. That's a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Taylor, Laurel, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. What's in our future when it comes to taxes? I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like hearing that they're going to keep going up.
Exactly. Right now, they're on sale.
Oh,
so
good.
that's the good part, right? But you're right. Economists and everything, we agree with that. They are going up. But right now, we're under the Trump administration plan to where at the end of 2025, that's when it sunsets.
Okay.
So beginning in 2026, that's when we don't really know what's going to happen, but we likely think they're increasing due to the national debt.
Okay.
So that's why we're saying
yeah.
take advantage now.
Yeah, what does that mean? What would a higher tax rate mean for somebody in or nearing retirement?
So it could potentially mean less income, more taxes, meaning less income, right? We're pulling that money out of our retirement accounts, paying a higher tax rate on that. So we're not really bringing home as much as maybe we had planned on originally for retirement. So that's why that tax planning piece is very important. And like Laurel said, with them being on sale right now, it's a great time to take a look at that.
And there are so many different types of retirement accounts out there, right? So is there one that's better for taxes than others?
Absolutely. If we look at the different buckets, tax-free is going to be the best one, and that's where we look to the Roth IRA piece.
Okay.
But also there's the taxable, a lot of your non-qualified assets, your bank assets, things like that. And then there's the taxable when it comes to your 401k, your IRAs. That's the highest tax because it's fully taxable. Whereas when you're talking about your bank assets, right, you've already paid taxes on it once. So now you only pay taxes on the interest or any gains that are there.
Okay. So there is a space that we can get some money in. And those Roth IRAs, I mean, you've already paid the taxes on that.
Yep.
So anything that comes off that is tax-free?
Yeah,
Yes.
as long as you abide by a couple of the rules. You know, it's not like you can just put all that money in there and then pull it all out right away. There's some time restrictions and stuff that go into that planning, and that's why it's important. If we're looking at doing Roth conversions of the sort, then we want to make sure that we've got enough funds elsewhere to make sure we can still access and have that income without having to take that tax penalty, because otherwise, what's the whole point of that conversion, right?
Sure.
So for a lot of our, you know, the people that come through, the clients that come through the door, they've saved really well for retirement. But most of it is in that pre-taxed 401k or 403b, and that can then become a tax issue once we do get to retirement. So it's starting to make that transition into those other tax qualifications.
So basically, the bigger your 401k gets, it might make you feel good on the inside, but eventually you're going to have to pay a tax bill on that.
Yep.
So the conversions, you mentioned those. When's a good time to do that? Obviously, people hearing this might think, well, I want to get my money out of the 401k and into something where I'm not going to get that big old tax bomb when I retire. Right? So when do we convert?
Yeah, so all those different timings. If you're working right now, there may be an option that you actually have a Roth 401k. So I would suggest you looking, you know, and talking with your plan administrator, but also your tax professional, because once you switch your contributions, right, your contributions are going to your 401k, that helps your income be lower when it comes to tax time. If you're contributing to your Roth 401k, you don't get that same benefit. So that's why you need to look at it all.
The numbers. You guys probably have an equation for that, right? Where you can plug the numbers in and tell which way is the smarter way to go.
Yep.
Right? Perfect. So what results can you expect? I mean, more income sounds like one of the results.
Absolutely.
With a proper tax strategy.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's key. It's got to be proper for you. Really should be working with a fiduciary advisor, and they should be working with your CPA as well to make sure that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's when it comes to that conversion and taxable piece there in retirement. But it could end any result could be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of tax savings, and then we're able to pass that on to our heirs. If you're somebody that's, you know, says, I want to leave a legacy for my kids and grandkids, the beauty about those Roth dollars and tax-free is they're still tax-free for them as well. So they're not inheriting a tax bomb either.
So what's the number? That's what everyone asks, right? How much am I going to need to retire? I mean, you guys, that's what you call it, running the numbers, right? That's what you guys do. So is there a magic spot I should be at a certain age? Is there a chart?
It's all about what the income is you receive. And that's hard because people say, well, is that $500,000 that I need then, or is it $1 million? But really, you should get a checkup then, because, Todd, your desires for what you want to do in retirement are going to be different than Taylor's. Maybe they're the same, who knows? But that's where we look to say, well, what is it you want to do in retirement? Then we're going to work backwards and say, okay, now we need to support that lifestyle and these critical income needs to make sure you're paying your bills and all these necessities. And then we look to the lifestyle side of it. What does travel look like? Or do you want a fund to make sure you can have a second home? So we put all those different pieces together, and then we can say, this is the income flow you need. And from there, this is what you need that entire bucket to look like. So it's really to get a checkup. You got to go through the numbers like we're talking about, but we'll help you get there.
Absolutely. And thank God you are. Because obviously I think most people may be like me watching this saying, listen, I just want to tell you what I want it to look like, and then let the experts take over.
Yeah, make my dream a reality, right?
And just make it happen, right? That's all we really want.
Yes,
so
you need that relief.
We would trust you folks with our money, and you can too, and there's a really good deal too. There's a great offer that you guys are offering as well.
Yes, so we think that it's time for you to, you can give us a call, 800-536-8907. We want to work with you, like we talked about, just to discuss what do you want your retirement to look like. And then we're going to help you piece it all together. So for the first 5 callers, if you save $250,000, we have one of our team members standing by.
Perfect. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you, Taylor. Appreciate the time. Absolutely. It's an incredible offer. You want to take advantage of that from your home? Well, there's the number on the screen. If you are in or near retirement, Taylor, Laurel, the rest of the team, they want to sit down with you personally to customize an enhanced retirement plan just for you. It's a comprehensive plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, and yes, those taxes. So much more, too, to help you through that retirement, to and through that retirement you deserve. Reserve one of those spots today. Call 1-800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907.